used to be my daydream. And now it's my reality. This used to be a silent voice inside my heart. Now it's screaming to be free. It's screaming to be free. It's screaming to be free. This used to be a silent voice inside my heart. Now it's screaming.
We are very happy to be here in Poe Park. I couldn't have picked a more beautiful day to be in Poe Park. So, we have a really great lineup with some wonderful Bronxites. Everyone who's performing today is a Bronxite. We're going to have 4 storytellers, and they're all telling stories that are about this lovely park. We're going to have 4 musical artists who all are presenting songs that are inspired by the poetry of Edgar Allan Poe and by the Bronx. And we're going to have a dance performance by the Bronx Boys Rocking Crew, who also have a historical connection to Poe Park. And after all these performances, we are having an open mic.
To me, it's part of the whole process that I have of trying to impart the heritage of the Bronx to the people around, because most people don't know how rich the heritage of the Bronx is. And of course, the fact that Edgar Allan Poe lived here, that he wrote some of his most famous works here, and that his house is still standing here that people can visit, I feel that this is something that I can impart to them and to get them to know that, that this is part of their heritage and that they should be very proud of it. Little remains to remind us of what the Bronx was like in 1846. One of those places is the Edgar Allan Poe Cottage. It is certainly worthwhile to go in and to see what it's like to live.
So the party gon' rock without a doubt. Division X definitely is in the house. So the party gon' rock without a doubt. Hold on, bring that back 1 second. I got a story to tell real quick before we go. When I was a kid, young budding teenager, in the late 80s, early 90s, I used to sneak off to Poe Park from 170 in the concourse, because that was my way of getting away from my mother and seeing what I was doing. And we used to hang out here in the park and come with your little girlfriend and hide and do all kinds of things. And rocking here, I used to watch a lot of people perform here, so it's like being here is kind of like a homecoming and it's a heartfelt moment.
People who are have a lot of memories and have been part of history have come through here. And so in the hip-hop era, when these kids were dancing, I had no idea these kids were going to become famous. They were just my kids' friends, you know? And so some of my pictures have become part of the history of hip-hop.
Well, firstly, I grew up here. So I used to play in Poe Park as a little girl. I think what's most wonderful about this is that here we have the Bronx historian Lloyd Ultan with stories starting with him talking about Edgar Allan Poe living here. And then we have people in hip-hop, part of the hip-hop history. And we have people who have gone over the years and with Poe Park being a part of their lives.
A Boro that's been burned at times of fires high, with stories of survival that'll make you cry. Welcome to my home, you know we keep it thorough, and that's why the Bronx is my favorite borough. Yes, yes, yo, that started it all. BX stands up, proud and tall. Yes, yes, yo, that started it all.
It's just the great feeling of being in the neighborhood and sharing with family, you know, like just sharing with my neighbors. That's like, there's nothing better than that, you know. I tell people, like, I performed in front of thousands of people, and that's not as scary as being in a room with like 5, 10, 20 people that know you intimately. So it's beautiful to just be able to share that and have that support and that love from the community. So that's the first thing I'm taking, just kind of like that love. And also just all these stories, just seeing like how we're all so interconnected.
Rock and break when crack rocks lace the outside of my place. Outside of my place, too much pop, pop, capicú, cervezas, and pop rock munched up by kids who bought coke and popped rocks. Even in dead winter, the block was always summer hot. And growing up, everybody lived some version of this. First deal I witnessed was at 4. First gun I held was at 6. At 7, told mama I hated school. She told me to love education.
People have this idea of the Bronx as dangerous. I mean, sure, it's a city, but it's a wonderful place. So I just wanted to tell a story that was about my becoming a part of the neighborhood. Because I had all these preconceived notions of what the neighborhood was, and it's clearly not that if you look around. A lot of families. I love look at how many people are here. I mean, it's just, I love doing events like this. I just want to keep doing it. I hope it gets bigger and bigger.
I said, it's October 7th. He's like, that's right. And do you know the significance of October 7th? And I happened to know it. I was like, yeah, that's the day that Poe died. He's like, that's right. And that's why I'm here. I was like, okay, why? He's like, the sun is going down. It's October 7th, and I'm going to sit here until I raise up the spirit of Poe. No, you're not. I really?
For me, it was like a dream come true to be able to read from Chulito, the Poe Park section in Poe Park.
Everything was orange. The majestic oak trees, the young guys breakdancing near the benches, the empty gazebo, the Art Deco buildings and the Grand Concourse.
Connecting the fiction of the novel, because it was like the novel's fiction, a made-up story, and the magic in that fiction with the reality of the magic of Edgar Allan Poe's cottage in Poe Park. So for me, picking that passage also was about that, connecting the fictional magic to the real magic.
Of the water. How many people have kissed in this room, Chulito thought. He didn't know the answer, but if the spirits were watching, they didn't expect 2 Puerto Rican boys from the South Bronx to be locked in a kiss whose passion challenged that of the setting sun. And kiss they did, defying their neighborhood, defying their macho Latino culture, but embracing each other. Thank you.
This park has so many memories for me, you know? Oh man. The days, the nights, sleeping on the benches because we hang at a party too late. My mother wouldn't let me come in the house. You think you grown, you're not grown.
That life is too easy going for you. And when the time comes, you will be swallowed by your ignorance. Maybe this is what it means to mature. That knowing that thoughts will be more.
I am the food that you need. I am your shelter. Every sound, every touch, every moment, every tear, every joy, everything in you and all around you.
This is the 3rd time the Bronx has saved my life, yo. Yo, every time I come up here, it's like, I don't know, I get healthy again. I get my sense of thinking back.
It's 4th of July back in the early 80s. I lived on 198th Street in the Grand Concourse. And I had about $20 worth of illegal fireworks that I bought from Mr.
Gilbert, you have a chance to get an education and to do something with your life that otherwise you would never have if you didn't take the scholarship. And he's like, Jen, if I make something of myself.
I'm doing my thing. I'm going to give a tribute to 2 women who recently joined the ancestors, Maya Angelou and Ruby Dean. I'll read a poem from each one of their books.
Got an abundance of that stuff. Blessed with family, got my back when my back's against the rope. But why is artists being real equate with being broke? I refuse herein to play starving artists. You could go ahead with that. Oh, but it keeps my art the hardest. Beyond that, my honest truth telling is I've had about 20 different professions I've excelled in. Got academic degrees that I'm kind of resenting. I give a fuck about a job if it got my passion pending. That ending, cause nothing come close to that feeling I get when I'm up here rocking shows. And as the years